The Bobcat Compact Excavator offers the convenience and versatility of compact excavation. The compact excavator's ability to get into places traditional backhoes can't makes it an extremely useful piece of equipment. Some models have tracks that can be retracted to allow access through narrow openings to the worksite. But as with all equipment, proper and safe operation becomes the responsibility of the operator. This presentation will outline those concerns for safety and what the operator should do to prevent injury or death to himself or someone working with him. For all operating instructions concerning the Bobcat Compact Excavator, you should review the Operation and Maintenance Manual. It is your primary guide for safe and proper operation and maintenance of the excavator. The Safety Manual also contains information for safe operation and maintenance. Another convenient source for operation instructions for the Bobcat Compact Excavator is the Operator's Handbook, located by the operator's seat. The Safety Alert symbol identifies important safety messages. You will find the symbol throughout the presentation, as well as in various manuals and on the machine. When you see it, be alert to the possibility of serious injury or death. Always follow instructions on the machine safety signs. Always take them seriously. This symbol points out actions you should avoid to reduce the potential for injury. In this example, the operator should be in the proper operator's position before attempting to start the engine. The Bobcat Compact Excavator is equipped with certain safety features, including grab handles and safety treads for entering and exiting the excavator, a rollover and/or tip-over protective structure, and seat belts for operator restraint. All excavators have a secondary opening for an emergency exit. Your particular job application could require additional accessories or equipment such as a lifting device or a special applications kit to restrict materials from entering the cab. Once you have familiarized yourself with the machine, make certain you are dressed for the job. Do not wear loose clothing or anything else that may catch on controls or moving parts. If you are using the attachment exchange system, make sure you check that the attachment is securely attached before operating the excavator. You can use the Bobcat exchange system to easily install an attachment on your machine. The following describes the process used for the Bobcat hydraulic exchange system if equipped on your compact excavator. To install the attachment, swing the boom fully to the left for better visibility. Press and hold the exchange switch to the right to fully retract the hydraulic pins. Position the arm until the exchange pins engage the attachment hooks, and raise the boom and extend the bucket cylinder until the exchange system contacts the back of the attachment. Position the arm until it is vertical and lower the boom until the exchange pins disengage from the attachment hooks and the plate fully engages into the attachment crossmember. Press and hold the exchange switch to the left to fully extend the hydraulic pins. Stop the engine and remove both retainer pins and clips from their storage location. Insert the retainer pins into the hydraulic pins and then install both retainer clips. Never operate the machine without both retainer pins and clips properly installed. When you remove an attachment, make sure you remove and store the retainer clips and pins. Fully retract the hydraulic pins. Raise the boom until the exchange pins engage the attachment hooks. Lower the attachment to the ground and move away from it. For the specific details for changing attachments on your machine, make sure you follow the instructions found in your Operation and Maintenance Manual, Operator's Handbook, and decals located on the machine. When entering the cab, always face the machine. Use the grab handles, step on the track, then on the safety tread, always maintaining a 3-point contact. Once seated in the operator's seat, fasten your seat belt snugly. Lower the control console and start the engine. Move the speed control lever forward. When exiting the machine, always bring the excavator to a stop on level ground. Lower the blade, then the bucket, before shutting off the engine and removing the key. If you must park the excavator on a slope, never park with the tracks pointed downhill. Unfasten your seatbelt, lift the console release lever, then raise the console. When the console is raised, the joystick controls will not operate. On some models, the travel controls also will not operate. As you exit the cab, remember to face the machine. Use the grab handles, safety treads, and the track. Never attempt to start the engine or operate the controls from outside the operator's position. This is dangerous and could cause serious injury or death. For example, the boom, arm, bucket, or upper structure itself could suddenly move. Always sit in the operator's seat with your seat belt fastened to operate the machine. Each Bobcat excavator has a rated lift capacity decal. These load limits vary for different positions of the boom, arm, and the upper structure. When lifting a load with the excavator, always use a lifting device adequate for the load. Read and understand the rated lift capacity decal on the excavator. Do not exceed the rated lift capacity of your excavator. Overloading could cause tipping and result in injury or death or damage to the machine. Always look to the rear before backing up and keep the work area free from bystanders. Always look before swinging the upper structure or boom. Never allow riders on the excavator. Avoid overhead power lines when digging. Call utility companies to locate cable and gas lines before digging. Avoid operating an excavator where there is explosive dusts or gases or with flammable materials near the exhaust. If you must work in an enclosed area, make sure you have adequate ventilation. Exhaust fumes can kill or cause serious illness. When operating the excavator, move the steering control levers slowly for smooth, efficient movement of the machine. The excavator moves forward or backward, depending on the direction the steering levers are moved. Remember, a forward motion of the levers will always move the machine in the same direction as the blade. If the upper structure is swung 180 degrees so the blade is behind the operator, pushing the levers forward will actually move you backwards. Remember, always look to the rear before backing up. To make a left turn, slowly pull the left steering lever back while pushing the right lever forward. To make a right turn, slowly push the left steering lever forward while pulling the right lever back. Before swinging the upper structure, make sure the swing lock is disengaged. The swing lock locks the upper structure to the track frame. It is used when transporting the excavator. The work equipment for the excavator is operated by left and right control levers or joysticks. A selector valve can be used to change control patterns. If you are using a machine set to a standard control pattern, the left joystick controls the boom and swing of the upper structure. Pulling back raises the boom, and pushing forward lowers it. Moving the joystick to the right rotates the upper structure to the right, and moving it to the left rotates the upper structure to the left. The right joystick, with a standard control pattern, controls the operation of the arm and bucket. Pushing the joystick out extends the arm out. Pulling it back moves the arm in. Moving the joystick to the left curls the bucket. Moving it to the right opens or dumps the bucket. Your excavator joystick controls could be set to the ISO or standard control pattern. This means that the joystick control lever functions for arm and boom are reversed. Know what control pattern your excavator is set to before excavating. The right foot operates the boom swing pedal. It offsets the boom with respect to the upper structure of the excavator. This is useful when the operator needs to dig close to a building or other structure. An auxiliary hydraulic control is used to operate hydraulic attachments. The blade is a very useful part of the Bobcat compact excavator. Its primary purpose is to backfill your work. Pushing the lever forward lowers the blade. Pulling the lever backwards raises the blade. The blade also serves as a stabilizer for the excavator. It should always be lowered when digging or lifting loads. Also, if your excavator features retractable tracks, expanding them will increase excavating performance. Traveling on slopes can be hazardous unless specific safety precautions are followed. Most importantly, wear your seatbelt. Do not travel across slopes over 15 degrees to the side. Do not travel forward up slopes over 15 degrees. Keep the boom centered and the attachment as low as possible while traveling up or down a slope. When traveling up or down slopes more than 15 degrees, position the work equipment downhill and low to the ground. Never travel on any slope greater than 25 degrees. Remember that traction is affected by different surface conditions such as loose or wet terrain. When going down a slope, control your speed with the steering control levers or pedals and the engine speed control lever. Move as slow as possible and avoid sudden changes in direction. Always avoid steep areas, drop-offs, or banks that could break away. And remember, keep the attachment low for better stability when traveling on slopes or rough terrain. Avoid traveling over objects such as rocks, stumps, or culverts. When operating on a slope, level your work area if possible. If you can't level the area, remember the following. Do not work on slopes over 15 degrees. Avoid working with the tracks across the slope. Position the excavator with the blade downhill and lowered. Avoid swinging or extending the bucket farther than necessary in the downhill direction. If you must swing the loaded bucket downhill, keep the bucket low and swing slowly. When swinging the bucket uphill, keep it close to the ground. When transporting an excavator, always follow the manufacturer's loading, unloading, and tie-down procedures. Remember, as the operator of the Bobcat Compact Excavator, you are responsible for its safe operation. Be aware of the safety alert symbols and obey all warning signs to avoid injury or death. It's impossible to cover every situation you could encounter on the job. But by following good safety practices and using good judgment, you will protect yourself and those around you. Again, the Operation and Maintenance Manual is still the best source for more information. Doing your job well and doing it safely is the mark of a professional. In addition to this operator training course, a Bobcat Compact Excavator Service Safety Training course is also available from your Bobcat dealer or at www.bobcat.com. For additional information, technical specifications, or training resource information for all Bobcat equipment, see www.bobcat.com.